We therefore ask you to refrain from any destructive behavior, such as fighting, using violence or gestures, any report or interrupting play. Players engaged in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violation to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. With the very Philadelphia 76ers campaign package. What better way to pass the year than with pictures of your favorite mascot, the Sixers mascot, and green sleeves. Take the fan.
Moments away, they gather. It's the NBA on 2K Sport. And this game could be meaningful for both teams, Clark, in terms of playoff position.
I think you're right, and that's why I expect a real heated battle. I mean, no team wants to back into the playoffs. You want to come in on an uptick and playing good basketball.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. In it forward, it's Jordan Williams. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with MP, and it's Holmgren in at the center position. And it's the Thunder with the ball, following the score by Philadelphia.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Pass to Landale. Back to Maxey. 18 feet out. Yes, it's good.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early, because that can get you cooked.
Now here's MP doing damage on offense. He's averaging about 29 and a half a game. Holmgren with a screen on Maxey. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
As his career unfolds, I mean, MP's ability to get to the line will be huge.
The line for the Thunder.
And both free throws good for MP. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. To the middle. And Landale gets it to go.
They immediately found their offensive rhythm, hitting 3 straight shots to start the game.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer. Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that. They have been rolling. That's their first miss of the game.
Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Yeah, selfless stuff on that dish from MP.
MP against Maxey. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can work with defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And stolen by Murray. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Landale with a screen. Here's Maxey. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
No good from outside. The 76ers have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Landale. And the basket is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's MP. Williams a screen on Maxey. And here's MP from outside. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Hey, everybody's got a 3-shot now. MP's is looking really nice.
And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 1. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. MP outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Cox. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes back up. Blocked! 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Murray. George outside. Maxey against Dort. Outside Maxey. Over Dort. And it's Maxey missing.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
MP's shot is good. MP's got 7 points in the game.
Showing a lot of muscle on the interior. MP unaffected by the defense there.
Elbow shot on the way. The Sixers with another miss.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up. Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And so it's MP making things happen for Oklahoma City. Between the teams making some changes here. On the court for the Thunder, we've got Chet Holmgren. MP is out there with Topic. Then it's Cason Wallace. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Murray passes to Jones. Down low. Outside for Russell. Pass to Murray. Here's Olynyk. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They kick it out to Murray. Keegan for 3.
Always ready to fire. Murray brings a lot of value in catch-and-shoot situations.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings played some superb basketball. He tallied 32 points, and it wasn't just a great offensive performance for him. He excelled defensively, too.
Oh, wow! MP, unreal!
Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into this second quarter. Here's Jones. Oh, MP with a block.
Yeah, a timely intervention by MP. He knew just when to attack the shot.
Fields checked in for Philadelphia.
Number 7.
Outside Jones. Pass to Russell. Jacks up a three. Philadelphia with another miss.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
76ers trail by 8. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by, and he's able to get it back. And that one's good. Olynyk.
The former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
Cox, the pass to Williams. Screen by MP. Healed against Williams. Shot clock at 5. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Here's MP. And the ball out of play. The Sixers will have it. And this is how the West looks with just 3 games left until the playoffs begin. You look at Oklahoma City, they're currently in 4th place. A solid spot to be in late in the year.
Looking at Oklahoma City, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
The Thunder making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in.
Inside, Russell definitely has the touch. Just pops it in nicely.
Here's MP. Power move from MP.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
76ers trail by 5. Outside Maxey. A minute 42 left in the second period. Can't get it to fall. The Thunder have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Wallace outside. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And a chance here to check out some stats for Jock Landale.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Murray's checked in.
And how about the defensive chops of MP? Coach loves when he steps up like that.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
The foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
1:16 left to play in the first half of basketball. For 3, Maxey.
Hard to score with MP right in your shirt. Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
To the paint. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Maxey. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to George. There's 42 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Cashes in the first attempt of the game. George has got his first points in this one.
Love the flow and rhythm that George plays with. Very impressive. He's got a natural, comfortable cadence to his pace.
Here's McCain. Kicks it to George. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And this team has been unstoppable away from their own arena. Up there with some of the best road teams we've ever seen.
No question about that. It's hard enough to win in this league with the parity, but to do it away from your home floor and home fans, that's something to be proud of.
And it's Maxey missing. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Thunder out in front. They're up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hey everybody, we've seen...
I think for Oklahoma City, not much movement for them, remaining at the number 4 spot on the list. Cruising along.
And let's turn our attention to tonight's game. The Thunder find themselves in a real battle.
I like how they've been hitting the...
Glad you could join us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. MP really making a difference here.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. They got to do a better job boxing out.
Keegan Murray is out there with Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Jock Landale. And it's McCain in at the two-guard spot. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Pass to Maxey. Over MP. MP with the block.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt. Let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, so tough. I mean, guys, I feel bad for him and the whole team. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
You know, it's pretty clear. MP is a special, talented player with tremendous upside.
George outside. Russell against Dort. Pass to Landale. Shot clock at 6. They kick it out to Murray. Off the mark there with a 3.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Outside, Williams. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Williams has got 5 points.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Olenix checked in for Landale. 76ers trail by 9. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. George scanning the floor. Pass to McCain. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. Cox with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And it's in there. MP's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Here's McCain. Outside Murray. Pass to McCain. MP against Russell. Murray, a screen on MP. They kick it out to Murray. Oh, MP with a block. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. Here's Murray, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to MP. Rebound by Philadelphia. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. And they're deep into this homestand. That'll be game 4 out of 5. George's shot is off. Thunder leading by 9. Here's Holmgren. Cox the pass to Holmgren. Got a hand on it. And he recovers it.
Chet Holmgren.
We've got 1:55 left in the third. And the foul called on MP. Taking a look at the Thunder. They've got Williams. Topic out there with MP. Then it's Cason Wallace. MP against Russell. Here's MP. Rebound by Olenix.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Watch by Wallace. to the left side wing. Pass to Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Cox. Now here's Wallace. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
MP against Jones. The drive by MP, and we hear about the unwritten rules of sports sometimes, Clark. What are some of those in the NBA?
Well, you try not to ever foul an airborne player. I think most players are really sensitive to that. Don't disrespect the other team. Be professional and sportsmanlike when you've got a margin of victory that doesn't need to be added on to. In other words, don't run up the score. Don't try to get numbers for the sake of numbers. Play the game, play to win, and do it with respect at all times.
Pass to Topic. No good on the triple. And it's Jones with the ball for Philadelphia. They've only given up 1 point in the 4th. Over to the left wing. The 3 from Russell. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
He's caught fire here in the second half. Better late than never.
Oklahoma City leading by 19. Pass to Williams. Back to MP. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
And here's Russell. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. No good on the 3. The Thunder have gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. Back to Wallace. The 3 ball. It's not going to go for him. Philadelphia has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Here's Russell. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
You like what you have there. Russell crafty with the dribble.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Inside. Cox, good. MP's got 22.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Landale, the pass to Russell. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
The size, the change of pace, the shiftiness of Russell. A hard guy to defend without fouling.
And he can't hit the second. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. There used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
So, Clark, you think the winner of the NBA Cup should be guaranteed an automatic playoff bid?
Man, that's interesting. I think it could make for a more competitive tournament. So if that would be the outcome, then I would be all for it. But what happens if the tournament winner is the #1 seed at the end of the season? I think you'd have to find alternative incentives then, B.A.
76ers trail by 20. Murray, a screen on Dort. Here's George. A good-looking shot from the wing.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out. Brings it.
And here's MP from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. He has 29 now.
Oh, serious range from MP. I wasn't sure he had that in his bag. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Thunder.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And you have to like how they played this year. 55 wins in total.
And this win gives them a sweep of the season series. They only met twice, but they'll have bragging rights for at least another year against Philadelphia.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
His range and timing protecting the rim, he blocked a lot of shots and altered even more. And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Free throw is good from Russell.
And when Russell plays within himself, he's special, especially when it comes to scoring.
Good on both. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Cox. And MP throws it down.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Driving inside, and the layup is good. MP's got 35 in the game.
Good cut by MP there. Love that aggressive approach.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Russell, that's good.
Can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Screen by MP. Here's Topic. Rebound by Philadelphia. And here's Russell. And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one.
Get ready to rumble, young blood. facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Association and the Oklahoma City Thunder are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask that you refrain from any destructive behaviors such as fighting, blowing objects, using...
It's almost time for action here in Oklahoma City. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Doris, here we are looking ahead to the postseason. Do you have a favorite right now?
Well, Kevin, like anyone, I definitely have some ideas of who I think could be there and the last one standing. But I'm staying neutral. Number one, it's my job, and predictions only lead to the possibility I'm wrong. And I don't want to do that.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Sabonis is out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. Then there's Carter. And it's Branham in at the 2. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Carter missing. Here's MP. A reverse. Here's Williams. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Williams got as great a basketball frame as you could hope for. That's strength right there.
Outside, Sabonis. Sacramento moving it around. Carter with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Misses the 3. Thunder gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. MP's shot is good.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Oklahoma City comes into this one after the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here is Carter. This game he had 13. Count that bucket.
And that ends the struggle. You can feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Sohan with the ball, working on Williams. Sohan, the pass to Carter. Shoots from the line, and Holmgren pulls it down. Thunder have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. The 3. Branham, good.
That's a smart pass from Jaden McDaniels. Just finds a teammate operating with a little space.
Carter against Gilgeous-Alexander. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Right now, I send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. We talked about tackling.
And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. It's a 5-point game. Their last encounter was in Sacramento. Are you kidding me? What a play by MP.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Jones. 11-point game his last outing. Harris outside. Pass to Sabonis. Fades and shoots. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Now Sabonis, a 3-level scorer, goes to the mid-range game right there.
Oh, MP makes it look easy.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Now Jones. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Monk against MP. Lock at 6. Fires the 3. And Malik Monk hits from deep. Monk's got 6.
And Monk has proven that he is a terrific scorer from the perimeter. When he's in rhythm, he has no problem letting it fly.
Offensive rebound. Holmgren. And he banks in the lane.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Sabonis sets the big for Jones. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Holmgren. MP with it. Now guarded by Monk. That shot off. The Kings trail by 6. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Sabonis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And eventually every player GA has to grapple with 8. Rising across a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Jalen Williams is checked in for Topic.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Pass to Carter. Back to Sohan. Screen by Sabonis. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. And the Thunder making a change here. Gilgeous Alexander's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Sabonis, a screen on Williams. Bounce pass from Zohan. Sabonis, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 6. And here's MP for 3. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
MP looking solid there.
Pass to Zohan. Nick Daniels with the ball. Back to Zohan. Here's Branham. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Hey guys, MP in the last game against Philadelphia played some huge minutes. He scored 35 points and worked hard on defense, recording a number of blocked shots and steals as well. Just a fantastic night for him. The kind he wants to have every night, I'm sure. Guys?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. But we'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Wallace. Sharp's checked in for Sacramento. Here's Branham, covered by MP. To the right side. Zohan, the pass to Carter. Shot clock at 5. Sharp sets the pick for Carter. Connects from three-point range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And if he still gets the shot in the air, other young guys might have folded under that foul, but he's able to get to the line.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. The Kings trail by 9. Sohan with the ball. Williams picks him up. Inside. MP against Sharp. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
MP with a screen on Carter. And they call a little screen.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
Sacramento's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight.
Who's watching here?
Pass to Sohan. Takes a 3. And the last second attempt is not going for him. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
You know, right now for the Thunder, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the play.
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
The difference in this,
that is more than enough of.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
On the floor for Sacramento, Sohan is out there with Sabonis. Then there's Carter. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Branham in at the 2-guard spot.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
MP finds Holmgren. Yep, that one goes. Holmgren's got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
And the foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. First team foul.
Carter outside. Sabonis sets the big for Carter. Just 5 on the clock. Over Gilgeous-Alexander.
With his length and athleticism and basketball smarts, how about the contest by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Excellent defense.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Olden. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. And David, he is fearless. The alley-oop flush by MP.
I'll tell you, that's a tremendous lob, but MP making the alley-oop look all too easy.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Over to the wing. Here's Branham. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
OMP staying with it through the contact.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
To the middle. Here's Branham. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Williams finds MP. A shake. MP finishes inside.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Pass to Sabonis. McDaniels against Dort. Carter outside. Now here's Sabonis. Now here's McDaniels. Defended by Dort. Sinks the triple. Branham's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Holmgren. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists tonight. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Sacramento. They trail by 14. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Sohan. There's the 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
MV outside. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the third. The layup off target. The Kings trail by 11. Sohan with the ball. He's got 8. Carter outside. Pass to Sabonis. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Here's McDaniels. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
McDaniels making excellent use of the mid-range there.
To the paint. Throws the alley-oop.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
The Kings have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. No good on that. The Kings trail by 9. Cason Wallace is out there with Williams. Then it's Topic. Then it's MP. It's the runner back there for the Thunder.
My goodness. That dunk from MP is usually what you see on the blacktop.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. On its way from Monk for 2. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
It's deflected. And a wide open look for MP. Drills the 3-pointer. Cox has got 13 points here in the second half alone. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
They've also been scoring on the break with how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court. Anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Carter, he's checked in for the Kings. The Thunder leading by 12. A 3 from MP. Good work defensively by Carter. Kings have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Harris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Williams.
And you like how physical Harris can get inside. Always looking to initiate contact on offense.
Dort, he's checked in for the Thunder. And the NBA helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Sacramento moving it around. There's Sabonis. He can't get that one to fall.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And the foul called on MP. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Second team foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Wallace. Sabonis' screen on Williams. Carter outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Sabonis. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
Well, Sabonis will bring a level of physicality every night. Big-time skill, big-time toughness.
And MP throws it down.
seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys, during the break, listened in to Mike Brown. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. There's Sabonis on the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingsman can alter or block just about every shot in his vicinity. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Branham, the pass to McDaniels. Here's Sohan. He's guarded by Williams. Sabonis' screen on Williams. Going inside. And it's Sohan missing. The Thunder leading by 15. Down low. Over to the left wing. Pass to MP. Over in the corner, Dort. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
Obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. The Kings trail by 15.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Thunder.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
And he makes the first.
What we know about Luke Dort is this guy is an excellent defender. He's got size, strength, versatility. You can basically throw him at the other team's best offensive weapon night after night.
Pass to Monk. And here's Harris from the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Here's MP. And the dunk by MP.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight they've done that and then some.
And there's a ball on Tobias Harris. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Here's Cox. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Lets it go from deep, and he's good on the three ball. Cox has got 40 points.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
They're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score, who lock in on the moment.
No problem for Oklahoma City as they...
Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
live for games like this one.
Welcome to two. As we head towards the playoffs, let's see where the Eastern Conference standings sit. Taking a look at Orlando, they're clinging on to the final playoff spot in the conference, trying to improve their position if possible.
And looking at Orlando, I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff-level team, but they championship level? Probably not.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. We've got Franz Wagner, Jamal Murray out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Dario Saric, and it's Garuba in at the 5 down low. And for Oklahoma City, in at forward, it's Dort and Williams. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with MP, and it's Holmgren in at the center position. For the latest news on MP, let's hear from Allie LaForce on our sideline.
Thanks, B.A. I spoke with MP about his star-studded contest coming up, and he looked across the court and said, "We'd love a challenge. We've been watching tape, and we think we have a solution for the problem over there." I can't wait to find out how these two juggernauts affect today's outcome.
Yeah, buckle up, folks. This is going to be a good one. Thanks, Allie. Well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Fred. What's the messaging like for coaches right now?
For BA, for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Fox. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. On offense, here are the Thunder. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
It was almost like they looked stunned when the game slipped through their fingers. Being on the wrong end of an upset leads to a quiet ride home.
Yeah, it's a loss that'll stick with them for a while, that's for sure. But a game like that can be a motivator going forward.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And that's going to send MP to the free throw line. It's on De'Aaron Fox.
You know, it's no secret that MP is a confident guy. But what I really like is that most of the time he lets his play do the talking for him. Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
On target from range. MP's got 9.
Well, it sure didn't take him much time to heat up. Aggressive start.
Saric, a screen on Dort. Wagner against Dort. And Wagner gets it to go.
Well, you have to deny the entry to Wagner. He's just automatic around the rim.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young. And MP getting to the stripe, always want to drain those foul shots.
Fox finds Wagner. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Here's MP. Garuba with a rebound. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, on those plays, Wagner knows there will be some sort of...
Substitution on the court.
They've got Holmgren, Topic out there with MP. Then it's Case and Wallace. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Here's Black. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
Here's MP. MP gets it to go through contact.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Kings was all business. He contributed 42 points, and they just couldn't stop him. Every time he let it go, you expected it to go in. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Howard, the pass to Murray. Knocks down the long J. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Here's MP. Work in the interior. MP.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Murray against MP. Just 5 on the clock. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And this has been the story for them so far. They've been lights out from range, particularly in this quarter.
From deep, MP. Longley with a rebound.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Longley. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Orlando making some changes. Šarić checks in for Howard. Franz Wagner comes in for Alexander Walker. And Fox is subbed in for Murray. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Wesley, he's checked in for Orlando. Fox outside. Pass to Black. Here's Wesley. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. With the 10-footer. The shot by Wesley, no good. MP finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. Here's Wesley. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Wagner against Williams. There's the triple. And it's Wagner missing.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Cox, the pass to Wallace. MP inside. He's covered by Fox. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot. He will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Sanogo's checked in for Oklahoma City. Caruso comes in for Wallace. Magic leading by 6. Here's Black. Give him 8. Since we have a chance, let's see the player of the week for the Western Conference. MP.
His offensive effort has really gone unmatched as of late. When it comes to that end of the floor, he's been accurate and explosive. Hard for any defense to keep up with that.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Lou Dort comes in for Caruso. Garuba's checked in for Orlando. Murray comes in for Wesley.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Fox against MP. They kick it out to Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. Murray's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Wagner for 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. And now an 11-point Magic lead.
In general, they're finding good looks from beyond the arc, steadily improving as this game's going along.
Back to MP. 1 second left. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Jamal Murray, he's been the guy making things happen for the Orlando Magic. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is...
They're up because of the three-point shot, scoring in bunches. It also opens up things down low.
And that's something to watch.
Now it's time to check in. And that'll do it for us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Murray. Then there's Dario Saric. Then it's Usman Garuba. And it's Wagner in at the 3. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Saric outside. Back to Fox. Pass to Murray. 3-pointer. The rebound by MP.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now, here's Williams. Here's Holmgren. Oh, the persistence inside of Chet Holmgren.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Murray scanning the floor. The ball's knocked loose. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Oh, makes him pay at the other end.
Yeah, strong transition play is something MP will need to be consistently capable of in this league.
Pass to Murray. Fires the three. MP with the block.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't what they planned coming out of the locker room. They need to calm down and regroup.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack.
Thunder with a lead. They've got Williams. MP is out there with Topic. Then it's Cason Wallace. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Screen by MP. 4-3. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Now Alexander Walker. Pass to Black. 5 to shoot. Doesn't fall. That miss makes him 5 for 6.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Here's MP. MP!
Well, young guys rarely hesitate to throw it down when they can. MP is no exception.
There's Wagner off the drive. And he comes up with a bucket.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And there it is for him. Cox has got 6 in the quarter.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Williams against Wagner. Driving in. He's off on the layup.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
And here's MP from outside. Orlando grabs the miss.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. Rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Orlando making some changes. Garuba's checked in for Alexander Walker. Murray comes in for Wesley. And Fox is subbed in for Black. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Murray inside, working on Williams. Murray, no good. Thunder leading by 4. Here's Cox. Foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Wagner outside. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up straight points against them.
But something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Murray against Gilgeous-Alexander. Murray with it. Saric a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep. Cox with a rebound. MP's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's scored on the wing. To the middle. Williams. It's deflected. And he gets it back. Saric with some nice D.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Holmgren. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And we talk about the things that make Chet Holmgren an elite prospect. Mental toughness is near the top of the list. Extending the team's lead. Just solid execution at the line.
Now here's Murray. 1:16 left in the fourth. Dort against Wagner. Pass to Saric. Fox for 3. The free ball is good for Fox.
Someone who embraces big moments. De'Aaron Fox. Huge points.
MP scanning the floor. The kick out to Williams. From downtown. Here's Holmgren. Money.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. There's 49 seconds left in the game. Here's Murray. He connects! What a beautiful shot! Brings it within 3!
Well, that's the way Murray can create chances. That's why you want him with the ball in clutch situations.
And here's MP from outside. The offensive rebound. Holmgren finds MP. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. Garuba with the rebound. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
A tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
Saric outside to tie it up. The 3 won't fall. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the top.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good. And it's a 5-point game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
And so the Thunder take the win. Boy, they didn't.
Hey, right here. What's up, everybody? I'm going to start with Joe.
Another great game, MP.
Thank you, Joe.
Or should I say MVP?
I
You played against another top MVP candidate, and every time you face off against someone of this caliber, you look like the best player on the floor. So are you assured?
Look, I just play basketball. I don't worry about awards. A lot of that is a popularity contest anyway. You know, my focus is on winning games and making sure that this team is ready to compete for a championship. If we win an award, or if I win an award, that's cool, but that's not my focus, and I'm not going to campaign for that here. Thanks. Thanks,
That's what I'm talking about. Crowd looks hyped tonight. Better come with it.